What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're gonna talk about things people don't tell you about au pairing. I'm gonna spill the tea. I know I have a few of these out. These are more added stuff. Yes, I have a little bunny walking around in case you hear some noise. Number one, it is still a job. No matter how people say, oh my gosh, you become part of the family, it's gonna be great, at the end of the day, you still feel like you're not part of the family. You still definitely feel like you're not part of the family. It's still a job. You still have a full 9 to 5 or whatever your schedule is. Yes, you don't maybe have to get up and get dressed like you go into the office or you leave in the house, but it's still a job at the end of the day and it still requires you to do your task. And so there's that. And no matter how, like, I have a great host family and a lot of people have had great host families, but you still genuinely, it's still not your family at the end of the day. There's no other way of saying it. Like, you still feel like, you know, like you as comfortable as it can get, but it's still not your family. Number two, in the au pair world, it's very normal to compare yourself to other au pairs. You either compare them to what they have, to what they don't have. I know before I had my host kid or this family, I used to compare myself to, like, I had 2 kids and like I used to compare myself to au pairs that had 1 kid, had lighter schedules. The schedule I actually have now is what I originally wanted when I first matched with other families. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, you're so lucky. It's amazing. Your life must be so easy. Now that I have 1 kid, it also has its challenges. And some au pairs compare themselves to families that fly around all the time, or maybe your host family has some sort of influence or fame. And so there's always that. There's always going to be that. You just need to be grateful with what you have and make what you have work for yourself. Also, you may compare yourself to like just how much they've traveled or like their lifestyle, or oh, they have so much friends, it's so easy for them to make friends versus I don't. It's normal, it's common, there's nothing wrong with you, but just make sure that it doesn't overwhelm you to a point where you become miserable with your own match. Number 3, you could get disappointed with, like, in terms of finance. You have to make do with what you get. I know if you're coming here because you want to travel specifically, you quickly realize that the money you make is not necessarily enough to do, maybe you wanted to do all, like, travel around the world or all these states, whatever. You have to learn to choose, like, am I gonna travel but go home with no money, or I am gonna travel very less and have money and buy clothes and be comfortable and be able to attend all the things I want to attend and still go home with money. You learn to have to budget your income and just be more smart with the money you make. And I feel like people don't really talk about this a lot because you see your peers and you're like, man, they're always going out, they're always traveling, they're living their best life. But I feel like you need to know that coming into it, you are gonna have to, like, make your money stretch. Number 5 is you live and work in the same place, and sometimes it can be a bit much, especially if you want your own personal space. Yes, you have your room, but sometimes it can close in on you, and so you may feel like it's hard to get personal time, it's just personal space, or even that mental switch where, and so, like, at least when you're working outside the house, or even if you're working in your own house, you close your laptop, you walk away, and that's it. Versus because we don't have like a system, we don't have like a 9 to 5, that kind of stuff, it feels like even when you're hanging out, sometimes it can feel like you're working. But if you have a host family who's good at making sure you get your alone time, it can be great. Because when I'm chilling downstairs, whatever, if my host kid is being annoying, whatever, they like, leave her alone. But yeah, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you're current au pair, what else should we warn the newbies when they come into this year, because it's 2023 and a lot of them are gonna become au pairs. Bye.